James Bond is a famous movie actor created by Ian Fleming. Many actors have played the British spy since the 1950s. The franchise is a global success. Here are the top 10 wild facts about James Bond series that might just surprise you. Number 10. Sean Connery's secret wig. Sean played the first James Bond and looked stylish. Doing it by the time he filmed Goldfinger in 1964, he was already losing hair. To keep Bond's sharp look, he started wearing a wig. He continued using it later films, providing even the most famous spy needed a little help with his style. Number 9. The Bond theme's legal fight. The James Bond theme song is one of the most famous pieces of music in movie history, but is led to be a legal battle. Montani Norman wrote the tune, but John Barry arranged it. It was often wrongly credited. Norman took the case to court in 2001 and won, proving it was the real creator. Some say he even came up with a melody while sitting on the toilet. Number 8. Jaws wasn't supposed to return. The metal-toothed villain Jaws, played by Richard Kiel, was meant to die in The Spy Who Loved Me 1997, but fans loved him so much that the writers brought him back for Moonraker 1979. This time he even got a love story showing that even bad guys can find romance. Number 7. Bond's first car wasn't an Aston Martin. Most people think of Aston Martin DB5 as Bond's signature car, but in Dr. No 1962, he actually drove a Sabine Alpine. The Aston Martin became famous in Goldfinger, and it was loaned by the filmmaker for just $1. Years later, that same car sold for an incredible $6.4 million in 2019. Number 6. Moonraker was inspired by Star Wars. The 1979 Bond's movie, Moonraker, wasn't originally planned as a space adventure, but after Star Wars became a massive hit, producers quickly changed the scripts to include space battles, lasers, and zero-gravity fights. The movie paid off, as it became the highest-earned Bond's film. United Skyfall was released years later. Number 5. Andress didn't use her own voice. One of the most iconic Bond movements was Andress emerging from the ocean in Dr. No 1962. Due to her strong Swiss accent, all of her lines were dubbed by voice actors Nicky Van der Zyl. Number 4. A real person inspired Goldfinger. The Bond's villain, Anna Goldfinger, was named after a real-life antagonist, Admiral Goldfinger, who I.M. Flame disliked. Emo threatened to sue, but they settled and the name remained a legendary part of the Bond history. Number 3. The first Bond on screen was American. Before Sean Connery became James Bond, an American actor named Barry Nelson played him in 1954 TV version of Casino Royale. In that version, Bond was called Jimmy Bond, and he was an American agent. He even wore a cowboy hat. This early version was very difficult from the Bond we know today. Number 2. Bond's name came from a birdwatcher. Ian Fleming wanted a simple and unexpected name for a spy. He found inspiration in a book called Birds of the West Indies by the ornithologist named James Bond. Fleming thought the name was perfect for his secret agent. The real James Bond found it funny, but his wife once asked, "Who is this Fleming person?" Number 1. A Bond's film may have saved the president's life. In The Man with a Golden Gun 1974, the villain had a solar-powered laser weapon. Years later, a Bond's movie have saved President Ronald Reagan's life. On the day of an assassination attempt in 1971, Reagan skipped one of his usual afternoon walks. He had changed his routine after watching Goldfinger, where Bonds avoided a sniper attack. That small decision may have saved him from being in the wrong place at the wrong time. In conclusion, from secret wigs to real-life inspiration, James Bond history is truly full of surprise. These facts have showed his behind-the-scenes actions and styles. There are many funny and unexpected stories. Bond's movies continue to entertain audiences worldwide, providing that sometimes truth isn't just an exciting fiction. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Have an amazing rest of your day. Goodbye.